I'm back. Sorta. This is day 18. This is a very, very short work day because I'm technically still on vacation until next Monday, but being a business owner, business never really stops. So today my main goals is I made some like to-do lists of things because I completely clocked out for the most part. I still did some email correspondence while I was gone visiting with family, but I really did no work. I sometimes feel motivated and inspired to do work while I'm away because there's that rest, which creates imagination and creativity. But for the most part, my brain just clocked off. And that's what it needed. And I respected that versus pushing myself to do something. So, what I'm doing today is I've got some emails to respond to, doing a little prep work for clients next week so I can still log off for the weekend. And the team I'm on is doing a connection hour at 11. So I'll hop onto that and connect with them before we head up to our next family adventure as a family. I wanted to come on and make this video and just talk about rest. And one, it is the hardest thing for me to do. I am Miss Productivity. My husband will often just say, like, can you just sit and be? And that is not what I saw modeled growing up. It is not who I am. I'm like, we must maximize every hour. And so when it comes to rest, it is really hard for me to do. And it is also necessary as a human. And I will say, specifically as a business owner or entrepreneur, there's so much like hustle and grind and just give it your all. And I actually think it's really important to find space to not be productive, to not be working on your business or moving the needle forward, but to actually just say, I'm going to go play tennis today. I'm going to read a book for fun. I'm going to go have a luxuriously long lunch with my friend and just be in that moment because I believe it sparks a lot of creativity. Um, I didn't necessarily have that this time around. Like I wrote down some ideas, but for the most part, my brain really turned off, which is very rare and a sign that it was needed. And so I wanted to share that piece of it is okay to like log off, to disconnect from the business. Obviously, you need some things to support it in place. I had some people to support the practice. I had emails kind of set up and formulated to streamline processes for me so I can take that time off. And so I realize that's a privilege of mine is I've got people to back me and support me as needed. And if you don't have that yet as a therapist practice or an entrepreneur, I really want to encourage you to think about like what do you need to do in order to go take that week vacation or to take that long weekend and really disconnect and just be in your life and living your life without thinking like, oh, I got to respond to that email and I got to do XYZ and I got to make that to-do list, but to just really log off and decompress, I think is the right word. So, just another piece of kind of behind the scenes entrepreneur life. Rest is important from a person who does not like rest and loves productivity. It is needed, and it has been so good for me. And I'm excited to see what gets generated as I come back to working full time next week. All right, see you then.